A Nigerian blogger exposed that soldiers were being poorly fed. The military chained him to a tree for 72 hours, then handed him to the secret police for prosecution. His crime? Telling the truth. Breaking news. Today, Monday, May 4th, 2026, angry protesters stormed the Federal High Court in Abuja, forming a human blockade to stop State Security Service operatives from removing blogger Justice Mark Chidiebere, known online as Justice Crack, after his first court appearance. The court remanded him in DSS custody on a 3-count charge and adjourned proceedings to May 25, 2026. Chidiebere pleaded not guilty. He has been held without public charge since his disappearance on Tuesday, April 28, 2026. The sequence began on April 28 when Justice Mark Chidiebere dropped his wife at church and his children at school, then received a phone call inviting him to an undisclosed meeting. He left. His phones went dark. His family heard nothing for 4 days. Chidiebere had built a following exposing two sensitive issues: the poor welfare of frontline Nigerian soldiers and the killing of NYSC Corps member Abdul Samad Jamil in Abuja on April 25, a death the military attributed to a stray bullet during an anti-robbery operation, but which his family publicly disputed. Chidiebere had posted videos on social media amplifying both grievances, including a photograph allegedly shared by a soldier showing a meal at a military camp. On May 2, 2026, the Nigerian Army broke its silence. In a statement signed by Acting Director of Army Public Relations Colonel Apollonia Anele, the military confirmed it had arrested Chidiebere alongside several soldiers, accusing him of encouraging conversations capable of inciting discontent within the military. The Army stated he had been handed to relevant civil authorities for further investigation and possible prosecution, without naming which agency. That agency, sources told Sahara reporters, was the Department of State Services, but the transfer was not straightforward. According to those same sources, the DSS was initially reluctant to accept Chidiebere because, and this is the allegation that has shaken Nigeria, he was, quote, in bad shape. Reports, supported by accounts from rights activists including Omoyele Sowore, allege that Chidiebere had been chained to a tree under the sun for over 72 hours while in military custody. The Nigerian Army's official statement did not address these torture allegations at all. Ask yourself this: if the story was simply about a blogger who broke social media rules, why would the Army need 4 days to acknowledge he was in their custody? Today, Justice Joyce Abdul Malik of the Federal High Court formally remanded him in DSS custody. Outside, protesters, including activist Omoyele Sowore and rights advocate Peter Aka, chanted "Free Justice Crack" and physically blocked DSS operatives from removing him. Security forces eventually overpowered them. The Justice Crack case is not just one arrest, it is the latest episode in a documented pattern. In 2024, Nigerian authorities charged End Bad Governance protesters with treason, a charge that carries the death penalty for simply being on the streets. A social commentator was secretly arrested at a hotel and charged for running an anonymous X account. Now, a blogger who shared soldiers' welfare complaints faces prosecution under the DSS. The system being deployed against Chidiebere is the same system used against #EndSARS voices, against protest organizers, against anyone who makes the state uncomfortable. Nigeria's constitution guarantees freedom of expression, but the distance between that guarantee and this courtroom raises a question no official statement has answered. If a blogger exposing soldiers' poor welfare is a national security threat, what does that say about the people responsible for those soldiers? This is Untold Truths, where the stories the world needs to hear get told. If this story moved you, drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe now so you never miss a breaking story. The truth doesn't wait, and neither do we.